So what was your creative process when you're making a beat? What
The
determines
first
the
thing
kind of
that
beat you
fuels
make?
my creative process is hunger.
No time, no time. Yeah, yeah, you know fuga. Sorry, man, no fuga. You know fuga, I know fuga. You still on this. You know the party, you know they are on Friday.
You sabi?
Party all
E just get
weekend,
any
and we party
mano.
on Monday still. Baby, send me test trap all night. Say the mama so testy. Say the mama so testy. I say cars. Share that bomb. Now give pass. I don't feel very last. I must confess. Before we do the round two. Steady on my line, I know they bust it down. Tell me what the nigga can do.
Come in, let me just freshen up.
What the nigga can do. Bitches in my bed. I want me a couple pair. Fuck up anybody when no really come propose. Yeah. Tada nene popo.
My name is Kia, aka Boy Mando. I know a lot of you might have not heard about me yet, but if ever you hear them SKILLA on the song or Bumble Clap, that's me right there. And today I'm about to take you through my world, show you what I've been up and creating, share my process with you, and basically just an insight of who I am as a person. So, welcome to my expose.
I'm just trying to scroll through my most recent songs there. I've been making different kind of beats, I've been exploring different sounds there. I don't know which one I want to play first, but let's start with this one. Anytime I listen to this beat, the only person that comes to mind is OBO. It sounds like a song that OBO and Omale should be on already. Based on the soulful feel, the guitar, and the bounce. But if I don't get OB on that kind of record, who else would I want in that kind of song? I like to have somebody like Fav. I like Fav, I like King Madi. I like listening to a lot of music though. So basically when I create, it's all about the mental state I am at the moment, where my head is at, what percussions I choose, what bounce I choose to carry the music along. But if you just give me a blank slate and say create music, the first thing I'm going to do is slow songs. I'm perfect with making slow songs. I like making slow music, but aside that, if you give me creative freedom and say, okay, maybe you want something like this and like that, then we'll have to get back to making fast songs. Let me play one more beats, then I'll take you through talking about myself and tell you how I got here and where I'm heading to.
Born anomaly, see that person. See, if born anomaly, just find a way, align within their spirit, and say, this is the jam they want to make here. It's going to be another international banger. Imagine pairing up So and it's plenty into one record. That's what this beat gives me. And that's how I feel every time I listen to it. Like it has the soft side of Omale and still has this rigid Burna Boy side and bruv. I can only help but picture it, but I hope so though. One day. Let's run it back one more time. It's about my peace of mind, oh.
Alright.
For your big tickle, come and touch in the furnace. You hear that? Oh, yeah, oh. I want my peace of mind, oh. My peace of mind, my head and soul. Questions as dope as though. For different people, I'm different persons, yeah. But in my own head, I'm just still one young boy from Port Harcourt that is still playing in IGP State. I cannot explain it to anybody else. I'm still that young boy that fell in love with music since when I was 9. As a person, I'm a music producer, I'm a songwriter. Basically, I'm an entertainment enthusiast. That's just about it. That's who SKILLA is. For me, I've been making music forever. Like, the first time I became aware as a person, I've been making music to this very day. I'm not going to lie and say I started making music from the choir like every other person happens to say. I've never had that whole love for choir, but I've always loved music as a person. But when it comes to making and creating music from my own perspective, I started about 5, 6 years ago professionally. Yeah. But I've been making music all my life since when I was in secondary school till when I was in poly and when I finally moved to Lagos plenty years ago. Like everything in life, it has been filled with ups and downs. Yeah. Some days it's been rosy, some other days it's been war. In general, if I'm to rate it over 100, I'll give it 70. Um, I don't think much changed. I think it's basically the same thing for me here because from the time I decided to come to Lagos here to pursue music, I didn't know how I was going to go about it. I didn't even have like a sketch or a blueprint that okay, this is what it's going to be, this is what it was going to be. I just know that I had the love for making music and it was something I wanted to pursue. So from coming to Lagos and then switching to production, nothing really changed for me. So back to the story I was telling you here. When I moved to Lagos here, with the intention of making music and being a musician, I I found out that I had one issue. The issue being that the speed at which I wanted to be creating and making music, I couldn't afford it. You get. And at an earlier stage, my cousin was funding it, so I had to get money from him, go and find producers to make music, and then start releasing and doing all of that by myself. And I needed a way to cut costs. You get, so I could keep up with creating. And I didn't even music production didn't start for me as wanting to be a thing like I was going to make money off it or produce for other people. No, it didn't start as that for me. It was just for me. I wanted to make music at a steadier pace and make the kind of music I wanted because the producers I met, dope and fantastic, yeah, but they came with their own kind of sound and not all of them aligned with me because the kind of music I make is, I wouldn't say way different because there's no genre of music you want to touch now that somebody has not touched, but it was more of a slower pace, less percussions, no kick sometimes, you get. And telling a producer how to make their music felt so controlled. So rather than doing that, I just decided that I was going to learn how to make music for myself. So I'll be able to just do music the way I like it. So that's how it basically started off. Then over time, it grew into becoming a thing where I started producing for other people and making music with other creatives. It's going to be really funny, but the first thing that fuels my creative process is hunger. First and foremost is hunger. Let me tell you a story. I initially used to make very slow beats, slow and swanky beats for me because I'll just make my R&B, I'll just freestyle flow. Hunger woke me up. Hunger woke me up one Saturday morning and said, "SKILLA, I will kill you." I started putting kick on my own. So, first thing that fuels my creative process is hunger. Second thing that fuels it is hunger. But second hunger is different from the first hunger. The first hunger is the ability to eat. That first one fuels me a lot. But that second hunger now is the hunger for the things I want. Anytime I make a beat here, in my head I see pictures and I stay aiming for that picture in my head. Like if you ask me to play a beat now, I have beats for Sean Paul, I have beats for Burna Boy, I have beats for Busy Signal because there's this hunger in my head. I'm like, bro, to achieve this, to get satisfied, that's the best word. To satisfy this hunger in my head, I need to hit this peak and reach this level. That's what fuels it. Hunger and hunger. Yeah. Then lastly, the love for the craft. Yeah, I enjoy making music alone. I enjoy being like, if you believe me, I can be in this setup the whole day, 5 days, 6 days, I'll be here. So basically, love and hunger is what fuels my creative process. The questions keep getting funnier. My favorite genre is a beat. The one that can make them pay me. Your favorite genre might be Afrobeats, dance, no. The one that they use and pay me, my favorite genre. But that's me just kidding though. I like to make bouncy beats. Bounce, make the beat just a shake. I like when the beat has steady rhythm. I like when the kicks are aligning. I don't have a favorite genre per se. I just create. I used to love R&B, but over time I developed into dancehall. I'm a big dancehall fan. Then I like Afrobeat and Makossa. My man. Cheers. The same will drink up. We'll do this one after the shoot. The thing about me and my beats here, see, they're too plenty. So I cannot say which one is my favorite. Like on Monday, I can like this particular one. Then by Tuesday, I'll like another one. But there are a few beats that stand out for me that if I go to a session, I must definitely play them because I believe in their structure and their rhythm and everything. But there's one I'm currently in love with, and that I think that's the most recent one I made. And today talk my up player. sounds really simple and basic, yeah. But I like the way it's shaking. If somebody like techno say he want to this beat squeezer, we'll hear song that will dance till 2027. But this is just one. I think there are too many I like or too many. Okay, let me play one more. I like this one too because it's kind of fast. And I don't see any party where they play Yahooze. Dance now, I'll dance together. Welcome. Let's get back to the questions. The funny thing is that from a mile away, I could tell that I would get to this question at some point here. Okay, well, the process of making Fuga IKEKE is just like every regular process of making music. A creative producer meets a creative singer, and there's synergy and sparks. Then the music begins to fall together. But with MAVO, I like to tell people that it's God. Not because I'm a very religious person, but because there are signs to show that this is a divine meetup. Yeah, I'm not a religious person, but I'm going to tell a story here. Fuga and Ikeke, we are not even I don't think they were the first song I made with MAVO. We have a couple other songs before Fuga and Ikeke. But Fuga is doing what it's doing now and it's making me see the whole music scene and the whole life in general as funny. That's the best way I can define it. Okay, how did I meet MAVO? I think I met MAVO at Free Camp. A friend of mine invited me to a session. There's a backstory before that, but I think all of that would be too long to put into the clip. So, but something led to something. And I met my guy at some point, and I told him I wanted to make music with his own artist. She was supposed to put out an EP, and I was going to like produce a few songs for her, hopefully. But as God will have it, that session never happened. Like it didn't even become a conversation at any point anymore. It just went still. One day, that same friend called me and was like, "Okay, so session is happening now, and there's a camp. Oh, I would love for you to pull up." And I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'm fine. Let's pull up." When I was going to that session, I was sweating because as a as a producer, that was the first time I was going to play my beat for somebody, like with the intention of making music. I've played beats a couple of times based on maybe I feel the sample and for my friends say, I see this thing where I make it's sharp. Sometimes we'll still vibe and freestyle with it. But officially, say somebody is saying, come to this scene Skia and be a producer. That was the first time for me. And I was sweating like mad because I didn't even know how to navigate the scene. But hopefully, based on I had worked over the years, I'm like, get how one. Even if say maybe I play 72, get how one go stand out where they'll say, okay, we'll use this one work. So that was the mindset I went into the framing camp with. And for the first 3 hours of the session, it felt like it was not going to turn out to anything productive. Based on I was playing the beats, the artists they will freestyle. Go turn song. I changed the beat. I played slow ones. I played fast ones. It just wasn't connecting. Yeah. So everybody left the space I was. They went to their other thing. Then randomly out of nowhere, somebody just opened my own studio space and is like, Alpha, Skia, this is MAVO. MAVO, this is Skia. You're the only free producer now. Let him work with you. Then MAVO walked in and is like, okay, Alpha, play me something. And bro, before God, man, the first beat I played is like, okay, load it up, let's record. In my head, okay, I went with a friend of mine, that man. I just looked at him and I'm like, let's say we'll load them up, bro. Okay, we loaded it. Bah, bah, bah. I kid you not, in less than 40-45 minutes, Ask About Me was done. We dey play am, dey play am, dey play am. And my own and my guys, and I party your boy. He say, "Mo just go there on some 1 or 2 energy. Go outside, we came inside again. So, but I like that one, Ibobo. That's how I said, if the thing makes sense and it bursts, that's saying later, I say, this one, Bobo. We'll try another one. I played the second beat. He said, load it up. We load them up. We made another song. Fuck. 2 jams. I think by that time, after the second song, it was about 9 or 9:30 thereabout. So it's like, okay, I gotta go. Just send them to me. So I collected his number. Yeah. I went home, I did the whole balancing, I cleaned it up, I made it a proper demo. Then I sent it to him. Bah. He played it for a while, played it for a while again. He just typed Bobo. I say, ha, sharp. Me myself, I couldn't play the jams. The 2 jams for first made that first day. Play. By the second day, I've known the songs word for word. And I'm like, there's something about it. It's different. Like everybody, I think when working with MAVO made me understand that everybody comes with their own package musically. I was carrying shaky beats and I was giving it to stable artists. You get. So I think that's where the disconnect came from because me, I'm a shaky person creatively. Like I don't like the norm. And I was playing on normal for normal people. That's how I just pictured it in my head because bro, from the time I played for him, he just vibed. Oh boy. After that bubble, next thing I just told him, I'm like, bro, we should link up some other time. He's like, okay, when he's in Lagos, he's going to tap me. I think he was still in school, so he was like, when he's in Lagos, he's going to tap me sharp. One random day from nowhere, I just got a text and like, Skia, can you pull up? I think it was like 9, I'd be 11 or so. And I'm like, bro, I'm at home and I don't know if I can get a ride, bro. Let me see if I'll be able to pull up. I started booking boats. I think my boat finally came around. I think whether 10 or so. But I then got to the session. That was the session we made Ikeke and Fuga. That particular session. He said I should play beat. I think I was playing fast beat, new beat based on being that I worked with MAVO and that first 2 songs. Now when I went home, I started making beats that I just thought would suit MAVO. I listened to his old songs on Spotify, so I was trying to remake stuffs like what I could hear, the bounces he was on and everything. There's one thing he always does when he's recording. I like if MAVO is recording, he likes to like to swear that he beats that song. So me now, then I went to every beat where I could give me, he got that song. So when I got to the station, I was playing all those new ones. So I just said, "I then be the new Bobo." He said, "No, Skia play me your beat." I say, "Okay." I think it's that session that I even realized that I had a sound. Before I knew I make beats. Some they work, some no they work. I think that was the session I knew I had a sound because by the time he said, "Play me your beats," my head just went straight to those kind of beats. I don't know why. And I just played Fuga's beats. And he's like, load it up. Recorded Fuga. Why I like my voice, as in record finish. Listen 1, listen 2, listen 3. If it's good, it's good. He knows it already. If he tap, he know I'm already. So as he listened Fuga once, listen Fuga twice, listen Fuga the third time, he's like, let's do another one, load up another beat. I played the KK. He said, load it up. That's it. I think we made 3 songs, if not 4, that night. So basically, that's why I always say is God, because people might not understand it, but in my head, I interpreted it that the reason I got to work with MAVO is because I wasn't working with any other person when MAVO came. You get, but the fact that those other people we are not working and they were in other studios with other producers and other producers were occupied. That was the reason I got to work with him. You get, and from that long tail, he brought about Fuga and Ikeke, which is why we're here today. And at some point, I'm going to break it down to you. So let's see what the magic looks like. Nothing too special, but it's beautiful at the end of it all, though. What's the next thing for Skia? Aside making more music, which is very obvious, I tend to explore more. Yeah. Based on, I've noticed that not everybody suits my style of music here. So what I want to do is put together a project with artists that I've worked with. I'll be our creative process aligns. I think that's the next thing for me. Make a project that have sounds with my kind of tempo, with my kind of melodies, with my kind of rounds. Then I look further into collaborating more with other producers, basically. So maybe get to find fusion that will align to, because music is about entering into one another. So if I find somebody that would work perfectly to explore other sounds, then lastly, I want to I want to put out more music as a producer, as a singer, or working with other artists as a songwriter. I intend to put out more music. Uh, then basically just grow the brand Skilla, because for anybody that has heard the name, I don't think anybody has a face yet to who Skilla is as a person. So I think there's another step for me too. I want to put myself out there more and meet more people. Basically, just connect and get the whole band going. That's the next thing for Skilla. Anytime I hear looking in, they be like, so one begin fight. Off my head, off the top of my head, I think I have like 5, 6 people I look forward to working with. Number one definitely has to be Burna Boy. Any day I make a Burna Boy record, I'll close. Top 2 people I want to make music with: J Hus, Burna Boy. And I love Rema too. I'm a big fan of Rema. I love Benson. I love Omale. I love Erasta. Again, Omode too plenty. I like Ruga. I like Shea Vibes. I like Ashake. I have too many dream collaboration, but just a Rema, Burna, and J Hus. Yeah, God. Me and my Apple, we've been through hell. I'm back. See my screen. Bad boys then. The beautiful thing with Afrobeats is that there are too many bad boys. There are people that you hear where they put their chords and their bass line, and you're like, how did this nigga think about that shit? But people that inspire me creatively when I try to make music, yeah. Okay, first and foremost is J J5, baddest of them all. I'm a big J5 fan. I love what J5 does with melody. I like lyric too. I like lyric for his bounce, his weird melodies. I love Sass for structure, his bounce. And there's one person down on my list that you'll never believe. Yo Dibs. Motherfucker. Hmm. I like Yo Dibs because there was one night when I played 6 Yo Dibs beats. I was just looking for structure. You can see, if you can guess your deep structure, let me die. You don't know where the kick is coming from. You don't know the snare that is responding. You don't know which melodies is coming after, but it will all sit down. And by the time she floats on it, Panga. So for me, J5, Lyric, Sass, and Yo Dips.
SKILLA.
Mm.
What inspired the name SKILLA?
Easy. First, before we proceed here, I said I was going to correct this on this video though. It's not Skilla, it's Skia. I bet some people they say Skilla, and I'm like, do I correct them? Do I leave them? I know it's spelled as Skia, but it's pronounced Skia. I'm Spanish in my head. Skia is a name that grew into what it is currently. When I decided to start making music, the most popular youngin that was making music as at then was Wizkid. Yeah. And Wizkid had a label name called Skills. Yeah. So while searching for a name to use, I had thought the whole of my brain and nothing was coming up. And I'm just like, okay, let me just use Skills and change the spelling. So I spelled it SKLZ, but it was still Skills. Yeah. So I was using Skills for a long time. And when I came to Lagos, my silly friends decided that Skills was too up there, and it could not explain who I was. So they bent it back from Skills to Skele to Skelewu. And I'm like, okay, are we going to stop there? From Skelewu, they started bending it back to Skilla and everything. So we ended up at Skilla. So when I decided to start producing, I'm like, okay, what's going to best define my creative process? And I'm like, okay, Skilla. And that's just it. Fuga. I'll do you one better. Out of the two songs I produced for MAVO, everybody likes Fuga. Well, I'm fine. But me, I'm a big fan of IKEKE. Yeah. So I'm going to do you one good. I'm going to give you a breakdown of IKEKE. Then we'll get to Fuga. So let's go.
Okay, first thing first, yeah. There's not much on Fuga. I think I had like 1 or 3 lead chords, then the percussion, then no Fuga, sorry, Keke. Then the bass line and melody. So okay, I started it off with this first sound. I think it's a tune effect. That's like the entire whole melody of the whole thing. That's Ikeke's signature. Then I added this extra string to it to just give it more life. Okay, what else? I think I added a few more other vocal elements. Then I added the percussion. Okay, percussion. Let me play just the percussion alone because it sounds really funny without the other sounds on it. This is percussion. This is what it sounds like. It's giving dancehall, but when it comes together with the whole thing, then it begins to add another extra feel. Okay, I think I added some other loops. I think they're beat loops to make it more jiggy. Roll somewhere. Then the bass line in front. I think there's some vocal samples in between. I'm trying to for IKEKE, I'm trying to find the bass itself. Oh, I don't know. I feel no go at bass, I mean. But let me see if there's a bass anywhere. I don't think I did. No, I think I was using the low ends of the congas at the down and other heavy sounds. So I don't think there was like a need for the bass, being that the percussion already has some heavier samples. So plus the chord and everything, that works out. Then 1 or 2 vocal samples here or there. A chord. Strings. And that's about it for IKEKE. Let me load up FUGA and then we can discuss further about it. With FUGA here, I think I had already grouped it into different. I have percussions, I have my bass line and my melody. So let me just start with the percussion. This is what the percussion total sounds of. I can't start breaking them one. I'll just play them as a collective. Normal, pass. Then melody wise, I think I had like 6 different melodies. It changes at different points, but the basic one is just let me zoom in. The chord. Okay, I think let me zoom in. Okay, the chord. Then I had 1 or 2 vocal samples in between. Then the bass line. That's basically everything I use to make up for that. Then I have 1 or 2 melodies that sweet at some point. I have one here. The beautiful thing about this FUGA is that as a beat, I know it's just there, but as a song, it's a masterpiece. MAVO is one creative beast, and I don't know how it flows on song, but he makes the miracles happen here. So this is my beat breakdown for FUGA and IKEKE. I was hoping I could spend more time and analyze each and every instrument on their own, but sadly I can't do all of that now. So basically this is what it sounds like, and I hope you did enjoy my expose. It was nice hanging out with you. Ciao. Let's hear what the full song FUGA sounds like.
No time, yeah, you know FUGA. Sorry about the FUGA. You know FUGA. I know FUGA, you SKILLA on this. You know the party, you know the end of Friday. We party all weekend, now we party on Monday still. Baby send me test trap all night. Say the mama so thirsty. I shake her ass. Straight up bum bum. May I give pass. I don't feel carry last. I must confess before we do the round 2. Steady on my line, I know they bossy banku. She tell me what a nigga can do. What a nigga can do. Bitches they my bed. I want me a copy pair. Fuck up anybody when no way to come propose. Yeah. Tada and the popo. If I do work out for night, so I do fear popo.